Exciting transfer news and Champions League draw happens today, my friends. Let's get to it. Hello, my friends. Welcome in. It's episode 17. We do have some exciting transfer news to talk about today, starting with me. What? Yes. They finally offered me a contract, taking me from 1.6K to 2.3. They offered 2 to start. I went 2.6. Then they went to 2.1. I did 2.5. And then they went 2.3 and it turned yellow and they were getting mad. And I was like, let's take it. And it was only for 2 years. So they weren't wanting the 3-year deal like there were last time. I bumped up the relegation, reduction in salary to 50% from 35% because if we get relegated, I'm probably getting fired anyway. So that doesn't really matter. Hoping that would, squeeze a couple extra dollars for me. I'm amazed I'm a 20 motivating and only a 2 adaptability. Look at the countries. I don't understand why I'm a 2 adaptability. I'm not very disciplined, apparently. If anybody knows how those things are judged, where those numbers come from, that would be great. I know my understanding of where the coaching attributes come from is from what you cover in training, like what you assign yourself in training. And obviously I haven't done fitness because we've had fitness coaches at most of our spots, but I just think that's kind of interesting. I think it's quite strange, lads. Quite strange, you could say. Right, so let's move on to the next exciting transfer news. Okay, so it's not really news, but there's been enough people that have asked for this in the comments. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I've got my contract now. So that was the big worry is I didn't want to go make a quote unquote bad signing if, it was going to make the board mad or the fan reaction would be really poor. But now that we've got that, let's just sign him. We can't. Oh, he's not on contract. We can't give him money. Oh, now I feel bad. Oh, I feel bad now. I can't give them money. I can just straight up sign him away. Oh, that seems worse. I'm gonna throw this back to you all. We've got we've got time in the transfer window. Let me know, because let me go look here. Transfer window. When is it officially over? August 11th. Oh, we've got enough time. We've got Champions League to get through. That'll be the next episode. Let me know what you think. Since we can't offer TBFCS Roy, I was gonna give him 250 grand to really bolster their finances, but we can't do that now. Oh, that's gutting. Okay, let's take a look here. Mitja Grenzer has come back to the club. We bought him, but loaned him right back to NK Maribor. We've got the Champions League. We planned that out perfectly. He got game time. If you come, it's not going to show his game time there now, is it? He got 8 starts, a goal, 7.99 rating. Perfect. By far our best center back. By far. What's interesting is Kasalainen has fallen off a little bit. He's not even on the list, which is a bit concerning. We've sold Fella to VVV Venlo for 150K. He's now worth 1.3. He dropped to 300 grand because his contract value was coming down. But we had him on loan at Ghent. We made 100 grand. So we've made a profit here, right? So what is that? Okay, that's 20K left. So we made 130K on the deal. Give or take, if we had weeks where we were paying his wages. But they paid his wages, and then VVV Venlo came in and offered him an end of contract, and he accepted. And then it was like, hey, you want to buy him? And they were like, we'll take 80, we're thinking 80K, because I tried 300. That was his current value. And I was like, no, I'd rather just keep him around. And then we came back with 115. They're like, boom, done. Weird thing happened after that, though. The Esland came to me, and the squad was unhappy about the depth in midfield. And I'm like, are you serious? We've got Ing, Hassan, Castrati, Esland. Charles can play midfield. Dennis Matson, Christensen, Eriksson, Bilal Yilmaz, Hugo Janssen, Axelson. I mean, some of these guys are youth players, right? But they're still here. And then Brandstrom, who's played quite well. But I'm like, we have more than enough depth. And I was like, guys, I want to let some of the youth play. And they're like, oh yeah, good on you, mate. So you're good with this now. So Fella's gone. I mean, it just wasn't a fit. So I think it was a bad buy, personally, but not a fit. The only other, and I think you already saw that we loaned out Leandro. So that's really the exciting. I was mostly excited that we got Micha Grinser to come back and Fella. There was a left back I wanted to show you, and I just can't justify it in my head. Alan Makura, 19-year-old Slovenian, 185K. We had a deal set for 150 or something like that. He's on a key player contract, okay, for... Who is this? Where's the name of the team? Okay. Olimpia Ljubljana. They don't even have a head coach. Probably because we don't have the league. You know, whatever. So I get that he's a key player, but he's making $220 a week, mate. And that league is a little bit lower than us. We're the 13th best league in the world, right, or in Europe right now. And they accepted the deal. I wanted to offer him a rotation contract because he's 19. Like, get him in, but he's 19. And he wanted I can't remember if it was a key player or first team contract, well, like $4,000 a week. And I'm like, whoa, lad. Like, whoa. Like, I even would have done maybe the 2K, but you're making $220 a week. So do you really want to play, or you want to just stay here and make $220 a week? And couldn't come to an agreement. And when you looked at it, like, he's better than Johansson. I'm kind of like planning on Johansson just kind of fading into the distance here at the end of the season. So I'd like to pick him up, but he's not better than Krastev, at least from a star rating standpoint. Like, they're close, but I'm not gonna, like, dude, you're 19. Like, let's get you in. We'll play you in some games, but he just wasn't having it. So that's quite disappointing. So games here. You saw us say, okay, we beat IK Series, who surprisingly, I don't know where they're at right now. They were in 3rd. They're in 4th place. That is quite the jump from their, at least, you know, aside from this one season where they finished 5th, they have been 11th and no higher. So quite the good run for them. Beat them 2-0. We lost to Soldra. I rotated a lot. Was quite disappointed. We had a tour of, I guess, Switzerland and wherever this is, Ukraine. We did, you know, that area of the world. Again, trying to get that merchandising up. I don't know if it had any effect, but we're trying to get our merchandising up. And it was all like net positive from you know, the fee you pay the club versus the income you receive. But it wasn't like massive. We could have played like a home league and invited some massive teams, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get out in the world and rotate in some of these youth players and give them some game time. And then we went away to Halmstad, starting back up the season, and beat them 4-1. I don't know why I just hesitated there. With Mietanen getting the brace, Vukojevic, and Vukojevic didn't really play well. 6.8, missed a penalty. I mean, he played all right. And Roberto came in and, like, we scored 2 in extra time. It was like, mate, like, they're already dead. And they scored 1, so it was a little nervy. But we're not going to show you Elfsborg or BK Häcken because we've got our Champions League second qualifying first game here. And the draw is today, my friends. The draw is today. So let's get right to it. You can't see this side, so let me read off the teams. We got Copenhagen Young Boys, or FK Aktobi, Rapid Wien, or Noma Kaluja from Estonia, Slovan Bratislava or Sparta Praha, Zrinski Mostar or FK Ventspils from Latvia. And then you can see here Shakhtar, Balzan Yusor, FK Partizan. I don't know. I don't want FC Copenhagen. So let's try. Let's go, lads. Oh, I'm excited because it's first Champions League with this club. Yes, we got rid of FC Copenhagen. I probably should look to see what. Hold on, let me stop this real quick. Where are we? Oh, we're down here in the unseeded teams. We have a 5.885 coefficient. So we are going to be playing a seeded team. Lovely, lovely stuff. But I don't even know how good that is. You know, like, or how bad that is. But because it doesn't show you. Shakhtar would be good to miss. It doesn't show you the. Let's go one at a time now that we. Okay, so Shakhtar's 43.215 and then 230 and 227. So if we can miss Shakhtar or the one with FK Partizan or the one with Rapid Wien, That would be good. Okay, that is the Faroe Islands team. Klaksvik. That would be kind of cool to see. No. Okay, I guess they're probably the unseeded. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, we missed Shakhtar. Okay, so that leaves... We'd really like to get this one. The 14.575. Mostar or Ventspils. Yeah? Just from a coefficient standpoint. Not us. Please, not us. Of course it's us. Oh, no. That's not good, lads. That's not good. Okay. Balls on use are from Malta, and FK Partizan are from Syria. And yeah, they've done quite well for themselves, you could say. And we've loaded their league at some point. They got knocked out by Shakhtar last season. They made quite the run in the Europa League. I think. Losing to RB Leipzig in the knockout round. They got out of the group. Okay, prior to that, they got knocked out in the knockout round by Olympiacos. So they've been in Europa League, so that's kind of bounced back and forth. Champions League, Europa League, Champions League, Europa League. So we'll have to see. I mean, one can hope for a miracle for the Balls on Use. Come on, Balls on Use FC, lads. Let's do it. Oh, man. That's right. So we're at 11.8 million. Let me kind of show you what the squad looks like, because we're starting Mitya now. Hassan has been on international duty with Nigeria. I don't even know. I guess it's World Cup qualification. There was another Euro tournament or something like that we had players in. My phone and email is going off. I apologize for that, ones. Oh, Esland. That's what I meant to talk to you about. His value continues to drop. Nice is no longer interested, but Levante is interested at end of contract. I've dropped his value here. I'm going to do it again to like 900. Some of the members of the team say they're unhappy with my treatment of him, but like, I just, like, I wanted to get like 500 grand more than his value if somebody was going to try and steal him from us in the Champions League season. But he said he's happy to stay now because it appears that Nice is no longer interested in his services. So again, if we may just end up leaving €1 million on the table at the end of the season and not renewing his contract, or because I've tried to, now that he's happy to stay, I tried to offer him a new contract and he's like, he's not happy. And I'm assuming it's because of this, you know, feels there's a lack of depth, even though we talked about it and he said he was okay with it. So we'll have to see. Somebody may come in and offer Levante may come in and offer him a contract and he takes it. I don't know. I disagree with the depth. I'm not saying our depth is all 4 stars, but we have some good players. We're not going to do an episode today. I just wanted to show, or an episode. We're doing an episode. I'm not going to do a game because I need to hop forward here. But I did want to walk you through the draw and my contract and stuff like that. But let me show you Christian Brandstrom, which I think is how you say that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He said 3 starts, 2 subs, a goal, 3 assists on a 7.65 in the league, my friends. He's playing quite well. He's 18. I quite like him. We don't have the option to extend his contract automatically. We don't have a clause, so we're gonna have to offer him a contract here towards the end of the season. But I mean, he's looking quite tasty. Like, he may, if he can get this current ability up to 3-star, he may start next season. Or at least be a rotation option. We almost lost Arlison. Somebody came in for him, so we offered him a new contract, 1.4K, gave him quite a bit of a raise. Maybe a bit of a panic move on my part, but, you know, things happen. Lapalainen's still here. We still need to get him more game time. I'm tempted to loan him out because he's wanted, but we do have the Champions League, and I think we could get him some games in the league play so that we have our starters playing more in the Champions League. So I think he can still get some game time. Marcus Roberto here, still working on that complete forward, still has not learned a lick of it. I don't think that's changed, but He's looking quite good. 6 goals, 5 assists in 11 total appearances. Not half bad, if I say so myself, my friends. You know, Yalali. I was going to see if there's anybody else I wanted to show you. Vukijevic is on 8 goals and 11 total appearances. We definitely have rested him a little bit more. He's not just played constantly. So he's a little off pace in terms of goals. But again, I've been planning to, it's kind of like rest the legs so that when we get to the Champions League, you know, he's not already exhausted and have 15 or 20 games under his belt in the league. A little disappointed about Kastelainen. He's 30. It might be time. Do we sell him? I'd feel so bad. I'd feel so bad. That's something. Let me know in the comments. He loves me. He loves me. But his capabilities have dropped off. And maybe his capabilities haven't dropped off. It's just that we have Rundstrom, Gorenser. We have some good prospects or, you know, stud signings that we brought in. I still can't believe we got this guy for 200 grand. That is just absurd. But that's kind of sad. Don't know what to do with him there. Samadi's back from his loan. I can't get him loaned back out. I've tried. We're just eating his wages right now. Again, with Champions League, maybe it's okay because we're going to have Johansson's getting up there in age and he's starting to fall off physically. So maybe it's okay that Samadi's back. Yeah, that's what's going on with the squad. So kind of a bonus episode today. Hopefully you understand where we're coming from. Why doesn't Hassan... That's a weird bug. We should still know his abilities, right? That's weird. I know he's on international duty. Relax, my friends. It's not like he's completely left the club. John Erickson, I guess I'll show you him. He's developing quite nicely. Oh, he's 19. I like bringing in the youth. It excites me greatly. All right. Random episode. You get a bonus this week. I think that's worth a like. Something else. Before you click off, let me see if I can get this pulled up. I think one of the things I'm going to try and do moving forward is giving a shout out to a specific patron, especially the ones, I mean, again, we have some that have just joined and you guys are awesome too, but I think it's kind of every so often, because we've only got 19, so every 19 episodes I could give a shout out to a different patron. So I'm going to start with the ones that have been supporting me the longest. So I've got my Patreon page pulled up here, and I want to say, I can't remember who was the absolute first. So we're going to give a shout out to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 patrons that have supported me since November of 2017. We have a couple that joined in right after that in December. We'll get you next episode. But these guys, I think it's primarily all guys, I apologize if it's not, have been supporting me for 7 months now. And that is unbelievable. Even if it's $1 a month, like that is unbelievable. 7 months. Like I wish there was a thing with Patreon and YouTube where you could get, like on Twitch, you know, like, oh, your 7-month subscription renewal hat or whatever, like the icon that you have on channels. If you subscribe for a certain length of time, you get upgrades on the thing next to your name on Twitch. I don't think I'm describing that very well, but nonetheless, let me give a shout out. Nicholas Dew, thank you. Josh Doler, thank you. Chris Carpenter, thank you. Chris Askew, thank you. Sani Plays, thank you. Craig Hadley, thank you. Eduardo Valente, thank you. You guys are legends. I'm gonna get to the rest of you, so hopefully if you just started there, because we have several people that just started supporting this month, hopefully you're not like, what's up with that, mate? But I think it's good as a channel to say thanks to the folks that when I first launched the Patreon 7 months ago, they were like, boom, like they jumped right on it. And that means a lot that you stuck around this long. So if you're one of those guys, drop a comment so that people can give you a pat on the back or a thumbs up, something like that. And I think we've extended this episode long enough. We've rambled a bit. I've asked a lot of questions of you here in this episode, so let me know what you think about that in the comments. Say thanks for those patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check out this link over here, and we'll see you next time where we'll actually have a Champions League game. I'm quite nervous.